like you lost another one.
What's up, guys? Keyshawn Uche here, back at you with another alternate universe new what if. And this is, well, the 700 subscriber special. Thanks to y'all guys getting me up to 700, which I gotta say, goddamn, y'all are really doing your job here and really helping me out here. And I just really want to say again, thank you. Without y'all guys, I'm really nothing. I'm really nothing. Like, y'all guys are really, like, giving y'all love to me, to give me determination to continue doing what ifs and making parts and ideas and stuff. Thank you, guys. I'm really thankful. But I'm really, really thankful. Thank you. But this is you could say, the 700 subscriber special. This will be, you could say idea by a fan. You could say by Whiskey Wellside. You could say that's his. That's, you could say, the fan name who gave me this idea. And this will be what if Deku was the Hero King. Now, I did my research. I didn't want to just put the 700 special as a, what the hell is this? This is not a Hero King. He like, what the hell? So I did my research. Basically, a Hero King is basically a guy who's a king, or you could say the OP character, or sometimes he's not an OP character, and he has a lot of girls on his dick. So we're going to pretty much have Deku be that. But for Deku to pretty much be a Hero King, he's going to pretty much, be gifted as, you could say, a hot god, you could say. As a hot king, you could say, very hot. Now, some characters are going to be female, because, gotta make some characters female. Gonna pull some strings, you could say. Now, for some characters, they're going to be female. I will put down the list right now. All Might, Bakugo, Shigaraki, Todoroki, and that's pretty much it for now. Depends on what character I want to make as a female next. But those are going to be the. Oh, and you could say all four. Those are going to be the females for this what if, as in to be the Hero King. Now, how would this start? How would this happen? And how this story going to basically be like this? Now, we're going to start with Deku pretty much being born. Now, as he's been born, we're going to say pretty much the goddess. You could say the goddess if you remember my last couple of videos of what if Deku was the Galaxy King. There's a round table of gods that pretty much watch over the alternate universes, which Keyshawn Uchiha creates. Now, pretty much, Keyshawn Uchiha created multiple universes, and he keeps watch over them, but regularly half the time he just, leave them be, as they're supposed to be. But this goddess of love, you could say, which her name is Samantha, pretty much created a universe of her own, which she wanted to, you could say, have one person to have this harem to, or you could say she created multiple universes of her own, but she wanted to have this universe where Deku is the person who have to make a bunch of children. Now, pretty much she gives Deku the gift, and she will come back later to explain to Deku that he has a special gift. But she pretty much restores him the gift. Now, she pretty much leaves and goes back to the table to pretty much talk to Keyshawn Cheetah to, tell her what's her duty and what's her job and what she was basically doing and stuff. Now, Deku was born into the world as very, you could say, the light of shining light. Beautiful, you could say, beautifully, which the doctors couldn't resist. The doctors saying this baby is so cute, beautiful, you could say. Like, they lift him up in the sky. You could say they lift him up and just couldn't stop staring at him. Now, as Deku started growing, Inko took, you could say Deku to the quirk doctor. Now, The doctor, this female doctor, says that he's quirkless, which, that hits him. That hits him pretty bad. But he smiles and he just says, "It's okay. It's okay. I'm fine without having a quirk. I can still become a number one hero." Which is where the doctor, like I said, Deku was like the harem king without him knowing it. And she says, "No, it's not okay." Really going up to Deku. She doesn't squat down knee and says, "I'm going to find a way to get you a quirk, no matter the cost." Which Deku says, "It's okay." And he pretty much goes with his mom. And he says, "But thank you anyways." Which that doctor, she pretty much talked to other doctors, which the doctors remember Deku, pretty much worked together to try and get Deku a quirk. Or at least give him a quirk. Now, we switch with Deku growing up a little bit more. And female Bakugo. Oh, wait. Let me mind a little bit back. But female Bakugo is pretty much friends with Deku. And she's pretty much, you could say, childhood friends. And never, she bullies everybody else, but except for Deku. It's just, she knows that she's going to regret it if she bullies him. So, she never bullies him, but bullies everybody else. And when Deku steps in to trying to stop her, she pretty much gets a little mad at him, but she says, it's whatever, and start blushing. You could say walking away with. You could say a group of the boys. Now, we're gonna kind of continue as Deku growing up, and this is where they're in middle school. Now, we're going to pretty much make Deku a little bit older, but not as, you could say, as a preteen, because they're not. This is not the start of it. This is not where they're going to high school. This is pretty much when they're in middle school. Now, the teacher is pretty much saying they're going on a trip, and everybody be ready and stuff. Which, this is where everybody decided to clean Deku. The girls are run up to Deku saying, "Would you be my partner? Be my partner." Deku's about to, you know, say Baku is my partner until Baku. She comes in and says, "No, sorry losers, but he's my partner." Pretty much grabbing his hand and taking him with her. Now all the girls are jealous, naive and all that, mad at Baku. But they know if they try to go against her, they're gonna get their ass whooped by her. Now, pretty much they're on the trip, and this is where you could say the spicy stuff is gonna happen. Now, pretty much a robbery comes in. These are a group of, you could say, female villains that's trying to capture the kids and try to use them as a bribing to get money and stuff. Just like that. Now, the teachers are all knocked out. This is where Deku is about to do something until this is where time stopped. And the female goddesses, we'll go to call it Olivia. Forget about the original name, but Olivia. This is her name. And she pretty much comes out and says, "Ah, I see you have grown, young harem king." Which, Deku's saying, "Who are you?" But she pretty much says, "My name is Olivia, and I have give you the special gift. I want you to become the harem king. For the day when the day comes, you must tend to the thrones for the great battle." Which Deku is confused and saying, "What do you mean?" So she pretty much says, "I'll explain to you later, but I have restored you a gift, which I have. You are the harem king, the king of lustness, the goddess, or the power of love, which no one can resist you, and everybody will want to have your children." You could say, which Deku is understanding and saying, "So I'm the harem king?" Which she says, "Yes, exactly. You have power," you could say. Now, this is where she creates a rose petals, or you could say blossom petals, as a crown. Which pretty much if you see on the picture, that's Deku's crown. And she pretty much bestows to him and puts it on his head, saying, "You are the true harem king and the only one." Which she pretty much explains the things that he can do. Like if he like you could say be aggressive, the girls will fall for him and be his eternally. But she says to truly get 100% guarantee is he pretty much has to kiss him to like get like to have him 100% loyal to him, only to him, or he can do some other ways too, like a simple kiss, hand held, or like a hug. That will get them on him and only loyal to him. Now she pretty much explains all stuff and she says the day will the day will come, which Deku says, wait, what about the other thing of when the destiny come of the other kings? She says, see you. I will tell you later, and pretty much goes off. Now, she goes back up to the, you could say, stars and stuff with the other gods. And now, pretty much Deku is saying, he feels the petal of the rose petals or the blossom petals of the crown. And he pretty much says, okay, she said I can do many ways to pretty much have them on my side. I mean, to pretty much to make them stop and stuff. Now, Deku runs in, and he pretty much, you could say, kisses one of the female friends. Now, one of the female friends, she pretty much, she doesn't stop. She goes back and, start kissing, Deku and stuff. Now, the other female villains are saying, what are you doing? Like she's basically saying, what are you doing to that kid? He's a preteen, which she says, I can't stop. Like, I just want to have his children, which, which he runs away. Pretty much Deku runs away while the other female villains, chase after him. And including the girl that, Deku already got her as hypnotized, you could say, or falling in love with him. She chased after him. Now, the other kids are trying to wake up the teachers and stuff, and this is where Deku, you could say, this is where you hear a bunch of moans come in. Now, is this going to be detailed? Yeah, pretty much. It's going to be 18 only detail. Now, pretty much, you could say Deku is having a quite safe foursome with the female villains, and he pretty much nut in all three of them. Now, is Deku tired or out of energy? No, because the harem, like, how you supposed to be a harem king to get everybody pregnant and shit? If you're constantly tired and you can die from that, like, no. And no, he can't get no diseases, right? It doesn't work like that. He can still get a girl pregnant, and he can pretty much cure any diseases. Now, the teachers come and they pretty much sees Deku, pretty much half naked, or you could say naked, with the villains, and they're pretty much saying, "What the hell just happened?" Which Deku puts back on his clothes, saying, "I just saved y'all life. You're welcome, by the way." Which one of the female teachers is blushing because it also can get attracted like that if you could say you see the naked, godly naked body. Now, the field trip was pretty much canceled, and everybody's, asking Deku if he's alright, like, all that, and the female villains are pretty much arrested, and pretty much, taken to, you could say, jail, or, yeah, jail. Now, they're pretty much, calling out Deku's name, saying they'll come for him, to be by his side, which, Deku's, saying alright, and basically pretty much wave his hand. Now, Wako is confused. She's asking what happened, which Deku looks at her and says, "Oh, nothing." And pretty much walks away. But she asks, why do you have a rose petal? Why do you have a rose petal on your head ring?" Which he says, "Oh, it's not a ring, it's a crown." It pretty much goes off. Now, Deku had told him, and Inko asks if he's alright. Like, does he feel weird or anything? Like, is he hurt or anything? Which this is where pretty much Deku says, "Oh no, I'm fine." Anko asks him, "Why do you have a rose petal like ring on your head?" Which he pretty much says, "No, it's a crown." Which she says, "What do you mean a crown?" Which he pretty much is not. He could, because the guy says not to tell anyone that he has this gift, but he pretty much explained that this is his crown, and he just likes it, and he's a king. This is a harem king. Where she says, "Oh, okay. Now we're gonna say a couple. We're gonna do a couple years now, and this is, you could say, the start of the anime. Now, you could say you could say time skip passed, and a lot of stuff happened in that time skip, which I will detail it later. But Deku's in the classroom, pretty much reading his book. Outside the window, pretty much reading his book and letting the hair blow through his hair, because his hair is much longer now. His hair is a little bit longer now. He let his hair grow out instead of getting it cut, and he still has the rose pill, on his head, which people thinks like, you know, but she tells everybody that's his crown, which, people say, yo, it looks nice on him. The girls definitely say it looks beautiful on him. Like he deserves, that is meant for him. Which the boys are saying, it looks cool. Like, I don't know why it blossoms, but hey, I like it. Now, Deck is pretty much reading his, book, and also, writing down superheroes, quirks, all that stuff. And this is where you could say the teacher comes in, and she's looking at Deku, blushing. You know, blushing because you could say Deku had something going on with the teacher. Like he didn't. You could say he had something going on with the teachers and stuff. Now, and the principal is a female too, so he has something going on with that too. Now, she pretty much does this announcement and says, "Oh, when I'm kidding, everyone wants to become heroes." Now, everybody's excited and stuff, and this is where she pretty much opened up the paper and says, "Oh, the only two people who signed up for the UA Highs and to go there is Izuku Midoriya and Deku," which everybody's cheering on Deku, saying, "Yeah, you can do it. Like you can totally do it and stuff like all that." Now the Harem King can pretty much. Now I'm gonna give Deku the gift to like pretty much hypnotize, or you could say or to have people lust over him, boys and girls. So, but Deku doesn't go about the boys' way. He doesn't, he used boys as a minions, but not as like, as sex with no butt stuff, alright? But pretty much, Deku is, standing up and saying, "Can I leave early, teacher?" Which, the teacher says, "Oh yeah, of course, Deku. Oh, but make sure to go see the principal. She wants to have a talk with you." Which Deku says, "All right." He pretty much he starts heading to the principal office, and this is where the principal says, "Deku, it's been a couple of days now since you haven't seen me." Which Deku says, "I'm sorry, my bad. I've been busy doing my work and stuff." Which she pretty much started taking off her clothes and coming up close to Deku, saying, I can cover anything, right?" Which Deku says, "Oh yeah, forgot about that." And that pretty much has the thing. No detail for this one. Sorry about that, but if we get this up to 100, sorry, 80 likes. 80 likes. I'm gonna tone down of the likes. But if we get this up to 80 likes, the next part I will put in more details. But pretty much they had their time in the principal office and no disturbances and stuff. Now Deku gets stressed and she's pretty much saying, "I could get you a guaranteed in the UA high exams," which Deku says, "Oh, that's not necessary. I can do it." She says, "Just let me know when you need anything," and gives him a kiss and a wink. But she says, "All right." Well, he says, "All right." Now he's going. He's pretty much going in his stuff, and this is where Fuma Bakugo asks him to walk with him as she's blushing, which he says, "Sure." And they're pretty much walking, taking the short. You could say taking the shortcut under the bridge. Hmm. Actually, yeah, about to take the shortcut under the bridge until she says, "Oh wait, I have to go to the store to get something for my mom." Which Deku says, "All right, well I'll take the shortcut and I meet you at the other side of the shortcut." Which pretty much you could say she says okay. Now Deku was going under the bridge, taking a shortcut by himself, and just thinking to himself, saying, "Now how am I supposed to pass this UA high exams without a quirk?" And this is where you could say the sludge villain is like. Now this is a female sludge villain, and she pretty much latch on to Deku. Now Deku likes sweat and stuff, like his sweat and his he doesn't wear any perfume or anything, but his sweat or like you could say his skin smells like blossoms. Even if he doesn't take a shower for like a couple of weeks, like the his formal smell would smell like godly and beautiful. So no girl would like if you think he's like if you think he would smell bad if he didn't take a shower. No, girls would want to hop on that and want to have some. Now Deku pretty much is grabbed by Sludge pretty much saying what the hell is trying to get off. You like get her off of him until she smells, or you could say smells uh his thing. Well, smells his pheromone. Just says he smells good, and starts to push him down on the ground. Now I'm going to say like Deku has a lot of abilities, and one of his abilities as a Hero King can fix quirks or heal people. You could say, and or fix broken quirks or heal people. Like yeah, like that. And he fixes the Sludge Villain's quirk, fixing her quirk, and she pretty much is licking on his neck, and he's pretty much saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe it! I'm about to have sex with a slime woman." Which this is where you could say they have their sex in. This is where he nut in the Sludge Villain. Now the Sludge Villain girl is pretty much could say just a little bit detail. Takes a tiny bit of the cum and put it in her mouth. Start tasting it, saying that tastes delicious. Now Deku is pretty much getting back dressed until All Might comes in and says, and she does it the short smash at the Sludge Villain. Now she pretty much arrests the Sludge Villain and she's knocked out. You could say the cum still flowing down out her vagina. And Deku is pretty much, pretending like he totally didn't have sex with the Sludge Villain and saying, thank you, you saved my life, All Might, thanking her, which All Might says, oh, anytime, young student, which she looks at, you could say Deku. And his shirt is still off because he haven't put it back on yet. And she's blushing and saying, so what happened to your shirt? He says, oh yeah, right, my bad. And he puts on his shirt and you could say jacket. Now, All Might is pretty much asking like what quirk he's at, like what quirk he has, and like how did he dispatch the villain. Which Deku's saying, I don't have a quirk, but I should be going now. Which he pretty much acts like pretty much grabs her hand and shakes it, which that can also does an activation of the harem power. Now, All Might start getting flush up eating hard, and she started like blushing hard and starts to get a little bit you could say wet. She gets wet down at the bottom of her pants, and she starts thinking, saying, I I don't I don't know I don't want him to leave, and she basically says, wait, would you like to meet me at the beach and train sometime? Which she's asking. Which Deku says, yeah, I would love to train with you, the number one hero. She says, okay, it's like a date then. Which Deku says, okay. And starts to head home. And this is where female Bakugo asks Deku where he was basically at what took him so long, which Deku says, a little issues. Now Deku starts pretty much sorry, my bad. But Deku pretty much starts to go with Bakugo, and they head to our house to pretty much to chill out. Now they're celebrating that they graduated from their middle school. Pretty much, talking to each other, saying, which Deku's saying, I didn't know you could have passed the test to pretty much graduate, Kashan. Making a joke, but he secretly got her to pass by the principal. Now she's pretty much laughing, saying, "Yeah, like what? You thought I wouldn't pass?" Which he pretty much is saying in his head, no, you wouldn't pass because clearly you wasn't doing studying. And when I offer you to help, you said no to me every time. Now this is where you could say that Bakugo's mom comes in, and she's basically saying, "Oh, hey Deku, you're here," which you could say, yeah. Well, he says, "Yeah, I'm here," and they basically have a couple talking and stuff. Now Deku pretty much says, "Can I stay here for the night? I'm pretty much lazy to go home," which, Bakugo's mom says okay, Bakugo says okay. And he pretty much sleeps on the couch. Now, later that night, you could say, Bakugo's mom wakes him up and says, "Come to my room," which you could say Deku goes in that room. And they pretty much have their time together. And they pretty much, Deku done that in there. Now, this is where Bakugo comes in the room, barges and says, "What the hell? What the hell, Mom? I want him to be my first," which Deku says, "What?" And which Bakugo's mom grabs Deku, pretty much grabs Deku and starts making out with him. Now, this is where Bakugo, she takes off her clothes and you could say they have a threesome at that night. No details, sorry. Next part. Remember, 80 likes and I get into detail. Now, next morning, Deku wakes up in the bed and starts getting dressed, and Bakugo and Bakugo's mom is sleeping in the same bed. And he pretty much gives both of them a kiss on the cheek because, like I said, this Deku is a harem king, but he loves, you could say, likes and loves all of them as equal. So he pretty much gets dressed. Yeah, gets dressed and heads to the beach. Now, this female All Might pretty much is waiting for Deku, saying, "Where is he?" Which Deku says, "Ah, sorry I'm late. I've been, you could say, caught up." Now, All Might and Deku has their pretty much training. Getting you could say, knowing a bond with each other and start training with each other. Now, Deku is pretty much ripped, you could say. He has the godly body, you could say, which All Might, she can't stop looking away from him because, like I said, he's hotter than the sun, you could say. Now, she pretty much is, well, for that 1 month, they're pretty much done with half of the recycling. Actually, done with the recycling, and they pretty much make a camp there. Now, All Might pretty much has a one big tent, which for them to stay in. Which Deku says, "Do you have another tent?" Which she says, "Oh no, this is the only tent I have." Which Deku says, "All right." Now, they pretty much is sleeping in the tent with each other, and All Might is, she's pretty much trying to resist to not touch Deku, which clearly you could say she touches his abs. Now, this is where she gets extra wet, and Deku pretty much, you know, hops on top of her and pretty much actually no, this is where she hops on top of him and pretty much kisses him. I start kissing him and taking off his clothes. Well, you could say taking off his clothes and stuff. Now, this is where they have their night, and Deku done bust the nut in All Might and gets the quirk that way. Now, next day, you could say, or next day, Deku pretty much gets out the tent saying, "Alright, are you ready to train?" All Might, which she's pretty much getting out the tent and blushing a little hard saying, "Yeah." Now, for the last week, you could say they started their extra training again to get their training. Now, All Might saying, "Alright, let me see the Sword Smash again," and he pretty much does the Sword Smash, which it doesn't damage his hand. Which she's saying, "Huh, I see you can use 100% of one for all." Which Deku is saying, "Huh, I guess I can." Now he pretty much says, "Well, I best be going to the UA exams, which she says, "Oh, okay," and says, "I see you later in my class if you make it to the the first class." Which Deku says, "Yeah, I see you there." Giving her a kiss on the lips and pretty much going. Now Deku was pretty much walking to the, you could say, the exams and pretty much saying, "Huh, I feel like I feel like this might take. I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of children." Which you could say he's thinking of that. Just where he falls. Now this is where Uraraka touches him and keeps him from falling on his face, and she says, "Oh, I'm sorry. He was about to fall in. I pretty much used my quirk to save you." Which Deku says, "Oh, thank you." My hero pretty much kisses her hand, which she blushes. She blushes hard. Now Deku pretty much says, "Well, I best be going now. And see ya." And starts to go. Now this is part one of What If Deku Was a Harem King. Part one, you could say. 700 subscribe special, you could say. Slash 18 only. If y'all like, y'all know what to do. I'm not gonna explain the whole things every time, but y'all know what to do. But stay frosty, my guys, and I'm Keyshawn Chia, and thanks for watching. Peace out.